Today in this e-learning session, we shall be discussing about cell division and the type of cell division that we'll be discussing today is mitosis. As we all know that a cell cannot be synthesized de novo. It means a cell cannot be created artificially. Only a pre-existing cell can give rise to new daughter cells. It can increase in number. A cell has got capacity of self-perpetuation or the capacity to divide and produce its own replica. Now these two are exact replica of each other. These are known as the daughter cells. Since the genetic material is the same, that's why I am naming them as replica cells. Once the replication of genetic material has taken place, the process becomes irreversible and the genetic material is then distributed equally in equimolar mixture in both the daughter cells. So for any division, what all things are required? The division, the karyokinesis, and finally cytokinesis. Now this is a default programming in all living cells, and if this is the case of a cellular organism, then division also means the increase in number. The steps required for division are then the synthetic phase, then again preparation, and finally the segregation of genetic material. Now we have named these different steps as G1, S, G2 and M. Now this is these three are known as interphase, and this one is M phase, mitotic or meiotic phase. A cell cycle is an event in which a cell divides into two daughter cells. One cell cycle has got one interphase and one M phase. The S phase is more or less constant, whereas the G1 and G2 phases are most variable. Now this study of cell division, it comes under a very important branch of biology, which is known as cytogenetics. Now cytogenetics is not a blend of cytology and genetics, but in this branch we study cytological phenomena correlated with genetical phenomena. So coming to a cell division, the cell division can be studied in two parts. First is the mitosis and second is cytokinesis. Mitosis, where the chromosome replicates and gets sorted in two nuclei, whereas in cytokinesis, cell wall and cytoplasm and organelle they divide. The cell division takes place in the meristematic cells, as you all know, shoot apex, root apex. In dormant meristems, the cells they rest in GO phase. Now, if we make a graphical representation of a cell cycle, then it looks like this one is G1 phase, this one is S phase, and this one is G2 phase, and this one is M phase. Now this is a shunt known as checkpoint G1S checkpoint, and this point is known as G2M checkpoint. Here the two daughter cells are produced like this. This phase from here to here is known as interphase, whereas this is known as the division phase. It is M, and it may be mitosis or it may be meiosis. Now the interphase, which is called as period of rest, but in real it is not a period of rest, it is a period of great activity. It is in this phase only where the DNA replicates and it becomes double in amount. This amount is then segregated equally in this small phase, which is known as M phase. The G1, now coming to the first phase, that is G1. In this, it is also called as pre-DNA synthesis phase or post-mitotic gap 1. So there are different names by which we can call this stage G1. Now in this phase, the cell it doubles in size. The new organelles and materials needed for replication are formed. The nucleus it migrates to the center of the cell. It migrates to the center of the cell and it gets surrounded by a sheet of cytoplasmic strands which are known as phragmosomes. Phragmosomes that bisect the center of the cell. Now coming to the S phase, which is a very important phase, it is known as DNA synthesis phase, and it is in this phase where the DNA it replicates and makes its two copies. In this, the associated nuclear proteins are synthesized, they replicate, and at the end of this S phase we get full two copies of the genetic material. This double nature is visible in the late S phase. And now coming to the last phase of interphase, that is G2. It is known as post DNA synthesis phase or pre-mitotic phase. Now in this, the chromosome it condenses and the structures required for division, they are formed. A band of microtubules which are known as prophase band is also formed around the cytoplasm in a ring where the edge of phragmosome it lies. Now it is giving indication that it is the place where the separation of cell will take place. Now in this entire cycle, growth hormones, they also play an important role. For example, auxin and cytokinin. Now what role does auxin have? Auxins they stimulates DNA replication. They stimulates DNA replication, whereas the cytokinin it initiates the events of mitosis. It initiates the events of mitosis and auxin DNA replication. Cell cycle is also controlled by the activity of cell proteins, which are known as cyclins. Now, along with these cyclins, there is another important thing which is known as CDPK, cyclin dependent protein kinases. Cyclin dependent protein kinases. Now, the G1 phase, G1 cyclins are produced which activates CDPKs and which stimulate the DNA synthesis at G1S checkpoint, which stimulates the DNA synthesis at G1 and S phase. If these cyclins which are produced at this stage are not sufficient, then the cycle doesn't proceed ahead and it stops here. The cell will not proceed to S. Now the in this S phase, the G1 cyclins they degrade and another set of cyclins they appear in this G2 phase, which are known as M cyclins. Now these cyclins they activates another CDPKs, cyclin dependent protein kinases, which permit cell to pass through this another checkpoint, G2M checkpoint, and then it enters into the M phase or mitosis. In animal cells and plant cells, there is a difference at this stage. The animal cells after G1 or G1S phase, they are committed to undergo division, but the plant cells are not committed. So after this, we can conclude that the cell cycle duration it changes with the environment. It changes from organ to organ and from tissue to tissue. The rate of cell division is inversely proportional to the division of cell cycle. So, duration of cell cycle. More is the duration of cell cycle, less is the rate of cell division. So this is a very important relationship. And now to measure the cell cycle, we can prepare a synchronous culture by the application of chemicals like colchicines, due to which the cycle arrests at metaphase. The duration of S phase can be calculated by the use of radioactive tritiated thymidine. So there are few measures by which we can we can measure the cell cycle. After this G2, a cell may either go for mitotic or meiotic division, or it may undergo differentiation. If we make a graph of this, the amount of chromatin material in the different phases of a cell cycle, then what do we see? If it is a normal DNA content, this is G1, S, G2 and M. Then in G1, if the DNA content was like this, in S phase it increased to 4C, in G2 it remained constant 4C, and in M phase again it gets reduced to again 2C. So this is our graph that we can draw. This is the DNA content. So in this lecture we started with cell cycle, and we saw different aspects of cell cycle. Now in the next part of this e-learning session we will see about the first type of cell division, that is mitosis. Thank you.